Now, Zacharias was fulfilling his priestly duty in the temple when God's mighty angel Gabriel suddenly appeared and says to him, verse 13, "Do not be afraid, Zacharias, for your prayer is heard, and your wife Elizabeth will bear you a son, and you shall call his name John." Now, John means God has been gracious, or God has been merciful. This is the message of Gabriel. But Zacharias at first doesn't believe God's promise, and he objects that both he and his wife were too old to bear a child. And now Gabriel responds, "I am Gabriel. I stand in the presence of God, and I was sent to speak to you and to bring you these glad tidings. But behold, you will be mute and not able to speak until the day that these things take place, because you did not believe my words, which will be fulfilled in their own time." Now, Zacharias had reacted in the worst of possible ways to the promise of God delivered through Gabriel. And before we shake our heads over his unbelief, I want to ask us, are we not often just the same? That when we are confronted, especially in hard times or in times when we become weary because our prayer seems to not be heard, and then a brother or a sister comes to us and encourages us with the Word of God, we think to ourselves, "Oh, keep your platitudes to yourself. You have no idea how am I feeling." Or we read the promises of God, and in our heart we tell ourselves, so we ask ourselves, what am I supposed to do with this? I'm hurting now. I need help now. And so we respond just like Zacharias in unbelief. I just want to make sure we do not make the mistake that many Christians do when they read the Bible or hear about events that happened, that are recorded in the Bible. And then they think, how can Zacharias not believe that? And we must be reminded, but we are just like him. We are not so different.